Well, hello, my fabulous friends. Welcome to part 2 of our rapid Q&A. A lot of you really enjoyed part 1, and that makes me happy because it just makes me happy to make you guys happy. This channel's about you. It's not about me. So thank you very much for your feedback on it. And a lot of people are really excited to do something like this at least once a month. And so I'm going to try and remember and do that. Now I'll make sure it's done somewhere around the end or the beginning of the month. That way it's easy for me to remember. All right, so let's go to part 2. We still have quite a few. I was looking at these questions. We might even have to do a part 3, or I can keep some for next weekend, that kind of thing. All right, without further ado, let's call in the fairies. Let's get started on part 2. Well, we get started with a banger. Can the participants in Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy rings be discovered and prosecuted? That's actually a pretty good question because we haven't seen anybody charged in Jeffrey Epstein. The only person who's been a fall person is actually Prince Andrew. And you have to ask why. Why just him? There's other, like, what about Harvey Weinstein, right? I'm sure he's involved somehow. But as for Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew's the only one who's had to face any kind of scrutiny. Ooh, the hermit. He has gone quiet. And the Empress, there he is with the Queen. He's the only one. I mean, he didn't get any jail time, but he got stripped of all his titles. He had to pay that alleged court case. He can never go to the States again. And yet nothing was proven in a court of law about him. It's fascinating to watch it from stepping back to watching it. So let's see if something's going to happen. Well, I have a funny feeling a lot of the participants are the same. There's quite the big overlap there. So let's see if anybody in any of those sex trafficking rings will be discovered and prosecuted. To be honest, I think they've been discovered. I just think they need to be prosecuted. 10 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to bring this in so you guys can see it a little bit better. 10 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups. 3 of Wands. Right now, there's nothing in place right now. Or plans that they did have fell apart. 9 of Swords in reverse, much to the relief of a lot of people. I think here's an offer. I think there's going to be squealing offers. 4 of Cups in reverse, regrets. 6 of Pentacles. And Judgment. Well, look at that. We asked about Judgment, and there it is. Well, number 1, we have 4 in reverse. So that's a no. That's a soft no. But what we do have upright is second chances, and we have Judgment here. Now, if this was in reverse, if this ended in reverse, I'd say they don't have any more chances, and they have a good chance of being caught. But with this Ace of Cups here, release of a burden, Ace of Cups, reduction of anxiety, regrets. Look at this Charity here, little brown envelope kind of action going on, and second chances. Second chances is when you're free from what you've been doing and getting prosecuted and whatnot. You're free to go, sir. I think the answer is no. I think they're all being made an offer, either to be quiet or here's an offer. Why don't you, donate this to my favorite charity, and we'll kind of look the other way. There's definitely a money exchange here. There's an offer and the money exchange, and then you know what? There's the reduction of anxiety. I'm thinking that this actually echoes the Jeffrey Epstein question of, is he Mossad or Israeli spy? And no, it's all for money. I don't think there's anything to do with religion involved in it at all. I think it's all to do with money, and this actually echoes that. Here's an offer. So how far up does this go? I believe when I did a reading about 2 years ago, it was all the way up to Biden. Because remember, he's being prosecuted in the United States. So that's all I read on. And it was going all the way up to Biden. So I don't know how far it goes up now. We don't have any kings. We don't have any judges here. So that's why I'm wondering if it's really low hanging fruit. What's the underlying here? 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, no, nobody's going to get prosecuted. I would even say that there's offers in the P. Diddy case for people to be quiet. Here's a, here's an offer to be quiet. All right. This is actually an interesting question. Did Trump have anything to do with Ivana's death? Now, Ivana, I did a reading on it if it was accidental, like a heart attack and fell down the stairs, or was she pushed twice in the back of the head? And I believe it was natural. I can't remember, but let's ask: did Trump have anything to do with that? I don't know why. That's the mother of his children, and but people want to know. That's a conspiracy. So let's clear the air or confirm it, right? That's what we're here for. Did Trump have anything to do with Ivana's death? Cards are ready. Like perhaps she did know something that other. Ooh, blank card. That's the first time I've ever gotten it for right off the start. We are not allowed to know. The cards will not answer this question, which is very suspect. Okay, well, we have to honor the cards. Sorry about that. That's the first time that's ever happened. All right. Oh, and somebody did answer that. Shanta already did a reading about it some time ago. Spoiler alert, no foul play involved. So maybe that's what the cards are saying. You don't need to read on this again. You've already read on it once. So that could be it too. All right. If the Amish communities don't vaccinate their children and there's not any autism, ADHD, etc. in their communities, does that mean that vaccine are causing all of this? What a great question. Love that conspiracy question. All right. That's and they said, I didn't grow up with any kids with autism, or right, where all of us, we don't remember kids with autism or ADHD. We just called them the class clown, didn't we? And we did have a special class in our school in junior high and senior high. They were children who were slow learners or had special needs. Some of them wore like helmets for seizures and whatnot. And so, and we weren't really allowed to mingle with them. I don't know why. Like their recesses were never at the same time as ours, or lunch times. Of course, they went into another special room. I don't know if that was to protect them, or maybe they thought they would be bullied. I'm not sure why. But I see a lot of people say, "Well, we never grew up with any. There was nobody had any autism." And well, yeah, we had a whole class filled with special needs children. Maybe it wasn't labeled autism because I grew up with vaccines, and we didn't call it ADHD. We called it the class clown, the disruptor, and or you're sent out into the hall or some such thing. You know. So I think we just didn't have the same labels, but let's see. Vaccines and ADHD. Like for example, I'm on the spectrum, on the Asperger's. I know they don't call it Asperger's anymore, but I wasn't diagnosed till I was later an adult. And I was kind of a weird kid. Okay, vaccines. King of Cups. Now that would be the doctor. That would be the doctor. This would be what, and this would be like a cardiologist or a doctor with the blood. Cups are blood, right? Blood, heart, internal organs. Swords are brain. Oh, Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Maybe did they know something was going on and they decided not to do anything about it? The Hanged Man in reverse. Wheel of Fortune upright. Seven of Cups upright. The Tower upright. And Four of Pentacles upright. We only have one reversal. This is a strong yes. Very strong. What's the underline? The Hierophant in reverse. This is, look at, and a doctor came out right away. Look at the Tower, the destruction. Look at the Seven of Cups. You could even say, think of all the things going into your mind here. Look at, like, they're pouring things in and poking around at your brain here. And then it creates something. I'm thinking that there's two of them that here we have a two of swords. That's what I was looking for, because swords are needles as well. So two of them release something in your body and change things. With this Wheel of Fortune here, it just means the wheel has turned. Maybe a lot of people are fortunate that it doesn't affect them. But I would say, yes, this is the pharmaceutical company, the doctors, the researchers. Look at, you could almost say like they're holding something up. Eureka. I think there's two of them that release something in the body that affect the brain, right? Because my Tower card is also, not only is it called the Hand of God or the House of God, but when we're talking health, it's brain injury. It's a stroke. It's hitting your head with concussion. Look at that. Look at that. Poking around in your brain. This Seven of Cups. And look at the eyes like spaced right out. And this it does affect the brain. It does so. It does so. It changes. It changes. And yes, the person does become withdrawn. The person does become withdrawn or less than what they were. I think there's two of them. So there's two of them that do something. That's only two here. Well, we have a third little sword here, and we have the three ladies pouring into your brain. We got two for sure affecting your brain. So that's what I'm saying. Two swords, two for sure. And then this little sword here, and then one in the background that maybe changes something else. But the Tower is definitely a head or a brain injury. And then the person becomes withdrawn and less than what they could have been. They become more, look at that one is bonk right on the head. They become more introverted, more into their own little world. That's a great question. So that said, yeah. So how does the Hierophant play into that? What's the government telling us? Oh, there's the Queen of Cups. That's the government telling us, you better get these injections done. And then there's the Queen of Cups for your health, right? It's, quite reasonable that you get these vaccinations done. And some people feel a lot better and they feel a lot safer after it's done. They think, I did this for my children because the government told us to. And I think this is the mums. I think they go after the mums because the mums are the ones who take the kids to the appointments, right? The mums are the ones that take go to the doctor with the child because dad's at work. Normally, right? Or mom's the one who takes time off work, or it's generally the mom. And I think this is them playing into fear into the moms to get it done. They know what they're doing. So yeah, great question. Great question. And pretty clear answer. Pretty clear answer. Okay, great question. Will J.D. Vance become president in the future? Will J.D. Vance? Now, I did a reading and it said, yeah, he will sooner. He'll be the president before before Trump's term is up. So I've done that already. So I'm not going to redo that one. That one's pretty fresh. And I think if you go to my video, Trump's health, it will talk about it there. That I think that by year 3, JD Vance, well, my cards are telling me by year 3, if not sooner. If JD Vance is not the president by the end of this year, meaning Trump escapes some things that are untoward him, not natural, if he escapes those, if JD Vance isn't the president by the end of this year because Trump escapes what's coming for him, then he will definitely be president by the end of year 3. All right. So that's under Trump's health. Go have a look at that. Who is JT's biological father? That's Justin Trudeau's. And I've done that one as well. And you can look under Justin Castro and it shows quite clearly, without a doubt, that Castro was Justin Trudeau's biological father. Without a doubt, it was so clear. I mean, even a beginner could have read the cards and known what the cards were trying to say. So again, I'm not going to repeat that because I've done that reading. That is, I believe it's Justin Castro. So there's a little, looks like a little magnifying glass for search at the top of all the videos. On your home page of the videos, there's a little search bar. Go ahead in there and search. And I tried to make it so that the keywords and everything will come up. So look, you can just even write in Justin and it would come up. You don't have to write Trudeau or Castro. Just write Justin and you'll be shocked that it's there already. All right. So this is interesting. So this is from that Star Queen, and she's she's taken my course. She's a big fan on the other channel. I've done lots of readings for her, and we're good Alberta buddies, and I'm happy to do this one for her. Are the Dawson Creek Peace Country missing people part of a larger criminal ring? Now, this goes back to the reading I did about hunting humans. Let's clear that air. Now, there's lots of people just missing from that area. This area is in quite a bit of northern Canada. Well, that's what a lot of people would consider it northern Canada. It really isn't. It's kind of 1/3 of the way up to the top of Canada, but it is in a very remote area. For example, there's no large cities around there. There's one, Grand Prairie and Dawson City, but I wouldn't call them large cities like Edmonton or Calgary or Vancouver. And it's in quite a remote area. There's I know there's more than one highway, but it's the type of place that there's one highway going in and one highway going out kind of thing. And a lot of people go missing from there. And that one of the things that started my quest on hunting humans, 10 of Pentacles, money, were because a lot of people were missing from remote areas in British Columbia. And the cards and the conspiracy theory is that these people are taken, especially younger people, fit people. They also like taking a lot of the women, and they take them and then they bring them up to an either further remote area way up north, and they actually hunt them up there. They let them go up there and they hunt them. So is that part of a criminal ring? Like, absolutely. And so let's see if what's going on. Dawson Creek, Peace Country. Yes, Dawson Creek is a real area. It's the start of the Alaska Highway. So a lot of Americans might know that. Well, it's not really the start. It's like at the official start, but it starts before then, really. Highway 40. And if you've ever done Alaska Highway, you've passed through Dawson's Creek. Are the missing people in Dawson, in Peace area, Peace Country? It's called Peace Country because of the Peace River runs through it. So it's a big, mighty river, actually. Is it a criminal ring that is running up there? I want to know too, are these people, are they part of the hunting humans? Queen of Pentacles, upright. Queen of Cups, 2 ladies. 5 of Cups. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. 2 aces in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. No, they are not part of a criminal ring. We do have the 2 ladies here, and it's the 2 mother cards with the 5 of Cups here. This is the mothers that are keeping it alive, keeping, where are my children, or where's my sister? It's the women who are keeping this alive, and the women who are being affected the most by it with the 5 of Cups. But we've got 2 solid no's here, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Pentacles here in reverse. I'm thinking this is no. Well, no, we asked if it's part of the criminal ring, and I said especially if it's part of the human hunting ring, and the answer is no. What I'm getting here is that these people simply get lost. The 7 of Pentacles, they start out on a journey and it ends in it doesn't finish. Yeah, like they start, here's the Ace of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles, they start out on a journey. Perhaps they want to go hiking, perhaps they want to go fishing, camping, that kind of thing. King of Pentacles here in reverse, somebody wants to get closer to the earth, and something just happens. Here's this Ace of Swords in reverse. Perhaps they meet up with a bear or a cougar. There's a lot of very dangerous animals in that area. You could even, meet up with a bobcat or a mountain lion. But again, it's bear country. There's grizzlies up there. And this is telling me that, or you fall and twist your ankle, no one's going to find you. You're going to lay there and die, like starve to death. So I'm thinking that it's just kind of bad luck. Queen of Swords in reverse. Look at the ladies here that are more, keeping it alive. There's nothing criminal here at all. At all. Like I was thinking like the devil, people are grabbed and kidnapped. Your Knight of Swords in reverse would be an attack. Even your Knight of Wands in reverse would be an attack somehow. Lovers in reverse could be like, women taken for unscrupulous reasons. We don't have any of that at all. At all. And I think it's just, I think they just run into bad luck. Seriously, I do. I think they just run into bad luck. And it's interesting. Is it mostly women who are missing? Because we have 3 queens here and only 1 king in reverse. We don't have any police here whatsoever. We might find one of them with this Queen of Swords in reverse. One might be found. But no, it's not a criminal ring. It's just bad luck. What their journeys that they set off to are not completed. Let's put it that way. But that was a great question, because it did tie in with I thought for sure it would show it's part of that human hunting ring. Okay. Let's get to some more questions here. All right, and then she has some. She has a lot of questions here. I think this one's a good general one. Is the Canadian Food Guide or the healthy diets we are being preached to follow actually of benefit to us? So Canada Food Guide is very, very similar to the American food diet, the Australian food diet, Europeans, the food guides, whatever your government food guides are. The UK generally it's to eat more fruits and vegetables and less red meat and more meat substitutes and less treats. And we've all seen the food pyramid, right? We've all know it, and all our governments are of the English speaking groups, and I've seen it in Holland and in Spain. I've seen it around the food guides handed out by the health departments in each government. Let's find out. I think they call it SAD in the United States, Standard American Diet. Let's find out. Is there actually any benefit to that? Is there any benefit to that? There's some controversy that, the dairy board here in Canada pushes, more dairy on it, and the wheat board pushes more grains, and, there's always that kind of lobbying. And so this is a great question. Like, I'm sure it happens in other countries as well. Is it really a great food guide, or is there other things going on there? Like, egg board wants to sell more eggs, so they tell you should eat more eggs, kind of thing. The food guides, the standard food guides that they tell us to eat, are they really healthy? Or is there something else going on? I think that's a great overall question, actually. Strength in reverse. Well, they don't. They take our strength away. 6 of Cups upright. Well, yeah, it's because this is the way that it's always been, right? This is going back into the past about how to eat more, cook at home. And 3 of Wands, patience. 5 of Cups in reverse. Huh. Ace of Wands, so that would be a yes. 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Cups upright. So that's a soft yes. Actually, it's interesting. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse with this Ace of Wands and 9 of Cups. To me, this is telling us it's to take some anxiety from people. Should I eat this? Shouldn't I eat that? Also, the 5 of Cups in reverse is, so you look forward to the future. Especially here with the 3 of Wands, it is to extend your life. Absolutely, it's to extend your life. And it is made for children. It is made for children. I'm wondering why we have this strength in reverse. So I thought, it takes your strength away. Maybe this strength in reverse is telling us that it is kind of ruled by some of those boards. That the Canadian Dairy Board or whatever the boards are in your country, put some pressure. This would be putting pressure. Can you put in 1 more glass of milk? The egg board, make sure they have egg every day. Or, the wheat board we have here in Canada. The lobbying, make sure that you put more grains in there, or whatever it may be. I think there is some pressure here. It's interesting, we don't have doctors on here. There's not one doctor on here. So I'm wondering if it's just a bunch of scientists, nutrition scientists. Let's see, the Fool, new beginnings, innocent. I'm thinking that there's, there's worse eating plans out there. And, it would be a good one to try to start if you wanted to switch something up. But yeah, I think it's good for children. Absolutely, it's good for children. And this is telling me it's a good general lifelong plan. And yeah, I think it, for the most part, takes the worry away from some mothers. Like, am I giving them enough vegetables or fruit or whatever? But yeah, it's an all around safe guideline. So maybe it doesn't, some of the people call it, the SAD diet, standard American diet, and they call it SAD. Well, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. It's the way people apply it. That's the problem. Okay. Are all of the Western countries / governments working together as one? Is our vote or voice even considered? This is one I want. This is like, you look at all the countries that are being ruled right now by the World Economic Forum, the UK, Holland, France, Germany, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Like, it's bizarre. Where did these people come from? And I really like this question. Does our vote or voice, is it even considered? I think one example is the United States with their vote and their voice, and Trump is getting rid of the WF in the United States and the WHO and all of that. So maybe that's an example of what could happen, but you need a leader that's not going to bow to the WEF. I don't think people understand how dangerous this WEF is about wealth redistribution. And these are the politicians that are trying to ruin your country and erase your culture and erase your background. They're very dangerous. But I like this question. Is our vote or voice even considered? Because it sure doesn't seem that way, does it? You vote a leader in and he does exactly opposite of what you wanted him to do. That's why you voted for him. Is our vote, is it even worth? This is a great question because I know Canada and Australia are going to the polls right away. Is our vote or voice even being heard with these one world government, WEF governments? 10 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to say no. Right? If it was, that would be the 10 of Wands upright. That what we want as voters is a burden to them. It's in reverse. It's like, it doesn't bother me. 7 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Cups upright. 6 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool upright. No, you know what? Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. 9 of Swords. They make it look like we are allowed to vote, that, to ease up some of our anxiety. But I think this is telling us it's just a puppet is in there. Look at this guy's even holding a puppet. Here's the WEF, and here's the puppet, and here's the people. They're like, follow me off this cliff, voter. I think they make it look like you have a voice, but this Knight of Pentacles is no, absolutely not. You're not going anywhere. Also, the 6 of Swords, your vote doesn't go anywhere. I think here with the 3 of Cups, they make it look like some kind of ceremony. So people get excited if their guy wins or their gal wins or whatever. They think they have, but this is just a 3. And it's no. It's a no. And it's a strong no. It's 5. Plus the underlying is, it's all so that you don't have they make it look like people want this. People want to be ruled by the WEF, by the globalists. And so we're going to install our puppet and lead you right off the cliff. So there you go. Wow. Very interesting considering, we have some votes coming up, and one or both of the leaders are WEF, and that would be the Cat in the Hat and Carnage. And then Pierre Poilievre, I saw something that he said he's going to ban the WEF. And that was actually him saying it. It wasn't like in an article or anything. So But what he says and what he does are two different things because he's a politician. All right. That wasn't an endorsement in any way. All right. I like this question. Is there a living blood descendant of King Louis and Queen Marie Antoinette? Or of one of the other? So is there, so let's say and or King Louis and Queen Mary Antoinette, the king and queen that were beheaded because the Bolsheviks wanted to come in. And that's what that was all about. And that's how they do it. They get rid of the royalty, and that's how they did it in Russia as well. They got rid of the royalty and they came in. And that's one of the things that I keep saying why I'm a royalist, because royalty is the only thing that's keeping us from communism, unless you have a leader like Trump, right? And right now for Canada, because we have puppet leaders, the only thing that's really keeping the WF at arm's length is the fact that we have a king, and they can't bring in communism if there's royalty. And he is the King of Canada, and that, therefore I support him because I do not want communism in my country. But that's what happened. They get rid of the royalty and usher in socialism, communism, whatever you want to call it. Okay, is there a living blood descendant of King Louis and or Queen Marie Antoinette? Is there a living blood descendant? That's a great question, because those kings, they like to farm, if you know what I mean. Spread their seed everywhere. Four of Swords in reverse. That would be a big no. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Well, that would be like spreading a seed. What did I just say? Or maybe this means if they did have one, they've passed already. Seven of Pentacles, we got another no. Ace of Wands, well, there's the boinking. That's the phallic symbol. The Emperor, there it is. So definitely not of the King. And Ten of Cups in reverse. No, there is not. There could have been one, perhaps, but they have passed. And I think they passed without any children, or they didn't realize that they were, or they could have even, died as a child. But the answer is no. No, there was a lot of, that's a great question, because I think there was a lot of boinking going on with all royalty. Like, don't think that there isn't. But there's definitely not any of the King. And the Ten of Cups here in reverse is telling me they got everybody. They got everybody. If one did squeak by, they didn't reproduce at all. Number one, we don't have any pages here for children. Also, we started off with the Four of Swords in reverse, which is basically dead in the water. Ends with Ten of Cups. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. No, there's no legacy. There's no DNA. There's nothing. Great question, though. Okay, now here was one I didn't even understand. MBS the Antichrist. Is MBS the Antichrist? And somebody even asked, who is the MBS? And the person didn't answer. So I'm going to answer this question, though, with my Antichrist video, which I did. So go ahead and go to the little magnifying glass, the search bar, and put in anti, or you can put in Antichrist, but I would just put in anti, because I can't remember if I put a dash in it or not, and go look at that video and I'll tell you exactly who the Antichrist is. All right. But it's not this MBS. I don't know who MBS is. So that might be a good, I wish I knew who that was. So that might be a good hint for everybody. You please, use the proper names, because we're all in different countries here and might not understand. And I see you're from Australia, so I'm sorry I can't answer that, but I did in a way by go look and see who I said was the Antichrist. It's actually a very, very well loved video. All right. Okay. Oh, like this. Woohoo, what fun. Their question is there life on other planets? Creatures who can communicate with each other. Okay. You know, I did that one video, Are Insects Aliens? That was interesting. Is there life on other planets? Is there life on other planets? Now, I'm assuming that you mean in our solar system, because I have a hard time believing that in, you know, trillions and trillions of stars and planets that we're the only ones here. It's almost terrifying if we are in some sense. So let's see, is there life on other planets in our solar system? In our solar system, is there life on other planets in our solar system? Because is there life on other planets? Yeah. But how far away are they? Is there life on the planets on our solar system? And before we get started, I just want to tell you, I think there is. Okay. 9 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords seems to be our card that is stalking us today. 8 of Wands in reverse. Oh, blank card. We've got to stop. So that's a hard no. That's a very hard no. Strength in reverse. That's a hard no. So I'm thinking that, is there life on other planets in our solar system? The answer is absolutely no. Now, when I said I think there is, I think there's souls that live on other planets. So maybe that's not considered life like there is here on Earth. Like I believe there's souls on Venus and Mars. Right? We keep thinking, well, it's too cold or it's too hot. Well, temperature doesn't affect them. But this is showing absolutely not. No, hard no. So that even negates the second part, creatures who can communicate with each other, because they aren't there. So nobody's communicating with nothing. So the answer is no. There's no life on the other planets in our solar system. In our solar system. I'm not even going to ask, is there life on other planets around? Because there has to be. There's no way we're the only living planet in trillions and trillions and trillions of planets. And to find out that we are all alone, to me, is terrifying, and I don't want to know. Okay. Ooh, this one. Okay, I like this one. Well, I like them all, but this one here would be one that I would ask. Let's put it that way. Was Earth sucked into a black hole in 2012 that CERN created when discovering the God particle? And I'm going to tell you why I love this question is because how things have changed since 2012. Did we jump into a parallel universe after 2012? And was that what everybody was picking up the zeitgeist about 2012, the end of the world? Which it wasn't, obviously, but maybe we were picking up subconsciously that something was going to happen in 2012, and maybe something did. And because the world is so different and so corrupt, and you talk to anybody and they'll tell you that they'll say 2015, 2014. I have like I've had like time slips since then, like missing 45 minutes of my life, that kind of thing. And 2012 was a really weird year. Really, well, 2013 was the weird year, right? So if this happened in 2012 and we switched over to a different timeline, to a different parallel universe, 2013 was a strange, strange year. And it almost feels like we pivoted somehow. And politicians became more corrupt. And this WEF popped out of nowhere. And communism started to grow. And people started to become really politically angry. And just, it's been really weird since then. I would say, and it started to peak at about 2015. And ever since 2015, the world is different. It's really different. And it's not just the internet. It's not just AI or social media. So I'm really interested in this. I almost feel like doing a whole show on what's happened since 2012. So let's see, was the Earth sucked into a black hole, right? Did we do some kind of time slip? Like, you think of all the Mandela effects that have happened since then, that people started noticing, right? All right, shall we begin? Looking forward to this. High Priestess. Trust your intuition. What's your intuition telling you? Secrets. The Empress in reverse. Pregnant with possibilities. Oh, and a blank card. Boy, the blank card sure is showing its face today. Trust your intuition. The Empress. No choices, no chances. What's the underlying? Oh, the Hierophant. That's in Switzerland. What's this Empress card? What can we see here? Holding the world. Here's a cycle. It could be, this is Venus. When you're doing cards, when you're putting planets to cards, this is Venus in reverse. Maybe the abundance of the earth is not so true. The abundance of the earth has been weird since then too. We've gone through a couple of crises and COVID, that kind of thing. Trust your intuition on that. And a big secret. Look at this, the moon too. And this is interesting, moon and Venus. What's between our moon and Venus? Nothing. You say, well, of course, there's nothing between the moon and Venus, but what if there was the moon and Jupiter? Well, there's a planet between our moon and Jupiter, right? Two females in reverse. One's upright, one's in reverse. One. Ooh, and look at, there's Switzerland, the Hierophant. So yeah, and CERN's in Switzerland. But we are not allowed to know. I'm thinking this deserves its own show. Thank you for asking that. That was fantastic. I'm going to do a full reading on that because I am really interested in that. Okay, there's another question here about vaccinations. Are vaccinations made for depopulation? I should have put that in with the other one. Let's just ask. You know, let's change that to our current vaccines made for depopulation. Because there's all kinds of things coming out about the latest magic juice, about turbo cancers they haven't seen before. You know, the amount of people that have passed away from it. So let's find out. Are the vaccines made for depopulation? A quick yes, no. Still kind of freaked out by that last question. Why are we not allowed to know? Right? If the answer was no, it would just been able to tell us, no, don't be silly. Don't be silly, goose. But the answer is none of your business. 8 of Cups in reverse. 4, this is being stuck. All right, let's clear this up. I'm muddling up the questions. Are vaccines made for depopulation? 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 Are current vaccines. Now, I just want to, full disclosure, I'm not anti-vax. When we go to Africa, we have to have vaccines, so I have to take them. But those are vaccines that have been around for 10, 20, 30 years, you know. My dog gets vaccines. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, as people like to call names on the internet. I'm not pro-vaccine as well, if you know what I mean. Okay. Strength. Well, it's to shut people up. 8 of Swords in reverse. Swords, remember, are the needles. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. That's a yes. 6 of Pentacles. The Chariot. 10 of Swords. One more. 5 of Wands. Yes, it is. Only 1 in reverse. And that would be, look at that. Chop your head off. And it's in reverse to release you. The answer is yes. Yes. Absolutely. This 10 of Swords, you can't get any clearer than the 10 of Swords upright. The Chariot, this is, you know, the government pushing it through. This is the money that is made off of them, the 6 of Pentacles. This is the money that is the billions that these pharmaceutical companies make with your government forcing it on you, controlling you with it. You know, where's your vaccine passport? Oh, you can't come into this country unless you're vaccinated. There's your, you know, this is your gatekeeper, the Chariot here. You can't move forward unless we see your vaccine passport. The answer is yes. Yeah. I'm going to say 50%. They're going to knock down 50% of the population. What's the underlying? Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. That's, you know, you think about that. There's 2 of them that do it. Look at this. One head is upside down in reverse, like hanging. This might be the experiment too. They don't know which one will work better. But yeah, the answer is, that's a strong yes. 6 upright. All right. All right. So this is from my friend Annie. Is the Democratic Party dead as we know it? Will any of the Canada join the US? Is the Democratic Party dead as we know it? Is the Democratic Party dead as we know it? Like, who's currently running, or who's the leader of the Democratic Party? Like here in Canada, if they're called the official opposition, so they stay in politics, they just aren't the leader, right? So, for example, in the United States, it would be Donald Trump is the president, and Kamala would be the official opposition. Like, right, you're still in your position as a leader of your party. You're just now called the official opposition. You actually do play a part in government, and the official opposition is supposed to keep the current government on track. All right, it never works out that way, ever. They're always in cahoots. So anyways, so that's why I don't understand in the States, like, what's happened to the Democratic Party. I know you know, like, there's Speaker of the House or whatever, but as I understand, that's all going to be Republican anyways. So what's happening to the Democratic Party? I saw some whispers that Biden is going to try and come back and get control of it. Doesn't look like Kamala really wants the job. She's got she's with a talent agency now, which I told you she was. She was going to be some kind of speaker or counselor for women who want to get into politics. But let's see, is the Democratic Party dead as we know it? Okay, shall we begin? Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, something has changed. Something has changed. Seven of Cups. They don't really know what to do with it. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think they're a mess right now. Page of Swords in reverse. Lots of gossip and trolling and untruths are coming out. Small untruths. Oh, an Ace of Swords. That would be a yes. So to me, this small little gossips and everything, these are things that you see on Twitter and whatnot. They're not true. So it's not true Biden wants to come back kind of thing. Eight of Cups in reverse. And the Knight of Swords upright. So one, two, we only have three upright. So we got a soft no, but we do have an Ace of Swords upright. So that's what I mean. It's a soft no, because this would be indicative of a yes. I think you're going to hear a lot more very soon with this Knight of Swords upright. The Hierophant, yeah, you're going to hear a lot more very soon. I don't have King of Cups here, so I highly doubt it's going to be Biden. I mean, why would it be if they already decided he wasn't the one to win the election? Why would they put him back in there? They are topsy-turvy right now. They actually don't know what to do, especially here with the Seven of Cups. Lots of confusion, lots of illusion, lots of delusion. I think a lot of people are jumping ship here with this Eight of Swords in reverse. I think we're going to hear a lot more about them soon. This Knight of Swords. We're going to hear, whether they have, a big documentary, or there's somebody writes a book about them, or it's something big, the Knight of Swords. It's a big media thing. Maybe there's big announcement coming out, that kind of thing, about, I don't know, do you have elections for your leaders? I'm not sure. But anyways, right now, there's no real contenders. There's no real contenders. So is it dead as you know it? In some respects, yes, meaning that Biden won't be at the helm of it. Kamala, I mix up. Camilla is the queen. Kamala is the vice president, or was the vice president. So in that respect, though it's dead that those two are not there anymore, but there is big changes happening. But they just don't have a real strong contender right now. But there's the Hierophant there. So who would be, you know what? They've got like a president of the Democratic Party. This person, that Hierophant there, they're going to start making some moves. Okay, will any part of Canada join the U.S.? Will any part of Canada join the U.S.? Will any part of Canada join the U.S.? Now, yes. Let's find out. Will any part of Canada join the U.S.? Because as we know, Eight of Pentacles might be working on it. As we know, Trump wants Canada to be the 51st state, and some provinces are saying, no, up your nose with a rubber hose. And my province, I live in Alberta, is like, well, hey. Hey there, big boy. Have you heard from Alberta? And actually a delegation of lawyers from Alberta went down to Washington to make their case. So let's see what's going on. Ten of Swords. Well, we've got 10 provinces. Three of Swords, betrayal. Eight of Swords in reverse. Wow. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. That would be Canada as a whole. As Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Blank card. So I'm going to say no. I think there's I think this, with this Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, I think there is a province that would betray Canada, but the answer is no overall. So there's a difference between wanting to do something and being able to do it, and the answer is no, not at all. At least there's no plans right now. And then the blank cards, we're not allowed to know anymore. All right. So there's that one. Will we see a new world order come about in our lifetime? I'll tell you the truth, Annie, I think we already are. You know, I know back Bush Sr. said they were the new world order. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like that, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. That whole WEF thing. Will we see them come to power in our lifetime? Which, you know, will we see them come to power in our lifetime? Will we see the WEF come to global, complete global power, new world order in our lifetime? Cards are ready. Oh, interesting cut. Strength. How did I know? My stalking card. Stalking me. Quit it. Page of Swords. Oh, a lot of it might be trolling and whatnot on the internet. Nine of Swords. People are really getting worked up about it and upset about it. I am. I get quite anxious about it. Not that I, do any, like, it's not like I wake up middle of the night and worry about it. I fear for, the future, for children and grandchildren. Judgment. No, that's a good card to get. So that would be a no. Eight of Wands. Out. Out with you. 10 of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Now these cards are saying yes, right? We only have two in reverse. So this is a strong yes, but I think that the people will try and fight it, right? Judgment here, no more chances. And people like, get out, 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 out. 10 of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Two of Wands in reverse. Right now, there's no real big plans about it. But I think that yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's betrayal here. I think somebody's going to say that they aren't WF or try and fight the WF, and like, they're like got the God complex. Get out, no WF here. And secretly they're working with them, and there's going to be a big, big betrayal. And also they've got the strength. But right now, no, there's no real solid plan here with the Two of Wands in reverse. Or failed plans. That could be it too. Failed plans. Maybe Trump getting in was part of their failed plan. So it's kind of like back to the drawing board kind of thing here. I think they're trying to control the narrative around that. And some of it is the fear-based. If we aren't WEF, everyone's going to starve to death and women are going to become handmaids, and it's absolutely ridiculous. The fear-based around it. But I'm getting that people are going to start to say, no, we're not going to be part of the WF. And secretly they are, because they got the 10 of Pentacles here and the betrayal. So it's betrayal by people you trust. I'm going to say, yeah, we might see it in our lifetime. Oh, hopefully have a short lifetime. All right, I like this question. Let's switch it up a little bit. So let's switch it up. Did Elon really go into space to rescue the astronauts? That's actually a really great question. Did SpaceX, well, it wouldn't be Elon per se, he didn't go, but it'd be his company and his astronauts. Did SpaceX really go and rescue those astronauts? Did SpaceX, now there's a Mandela effect for me. I could have swore he did that last June. I could have swore SpaceX went up there and saved those astronauts. So when I heard they were still up there, I was like, what? Didn't he go get them in June? And I searched and searched. There was nothing about it. So I know I didn't dream it. And I even asked my husband, I said, didn't SpaceX go and save those astronauts? He goes, yeah, last year. And then I showed him the article and he goes, what? So I wasn't the only one. So let's see what's going on here. Did Elon or SpaceX, it wasn't Elon per se, he's not an astronaut. Did Elon's company SpaceX actually go and save those astronauts? Oh, what an interesting cut. Just a couple of them. So 10 of Wands, well, there they are. There's the rescue. Knight of Cups, there's the rescue. Knight in shining armor. The Lovers. 8 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords. Well, there it is all over Twitter. The Fool. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yes, they did. It wasn't as successful as they made it out to be, but there he is. Knight in shining armor, the Lovers, coming to save them. 10 of Wands. Yeah, they were saved. Absolutely. But there's something here that wasn't successful about it. Here it is all over Twitter. There's Elon on Twitter, or X, it's called now. And here's the Fool, making him look good, making, the astronauts, what's he under? Oh yeah, 10 of Cups, joy, happy, happy. Yeah, he actually did. But there was something else going on behind the scenes here with this 8 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse that really wasn't that successful. That's being hidden. I think it's being overshadowed and hidden. But yeah, they actually did. They actually did. Okay, that was a great question. Okay, I think we have another royal question coming up. Okay, sometimes I think Harry and Meghan are sponsored by powerful globalists and their affiliated agencies. In exchange, H&M let themselves be used as influencers and spokespersons for the neo-Marxist agenda. Can't argue with you there. As a bonus reward, did their backers play a role in providing H&M with 2 little ones they can call their own? Like, oh, there's a word my brain knows, but my tongue doesn't want to say it. Anonymously. Honestly, I'm an adult who knows how to read. And I know what that word is. I mean, error on not. Okay, I'm not even going to try. H&M occasionally are allowed to have the 2 children, but the 2 children do not belong to H&M, nor do they live with H&M 24/7. Agree. The children spend most of their time at the NWO nursery or boarding school. I agree. And then I had to click on read more, and I already took the comment down, so I don't know what the question was. Now, we just did a question about the children, and I've done all kinds of questions about the children on the other channel. I believe that they've secured a little Archie, meaning adopted. And I believe they've either just recently or still in the process of securing a little girl, meaning adopted. Or that could be like a long-term acting contract, right? And people are saying, well, how can, kids be actors or not say anything? Look at all the little actors, children, never heard of what was going wrong in their life, and they become adults and they're heroin addicts and they tell you exactly what was going on. But in the meantime, we all thought it was all fine and dandy and lovely, and the horror story that they tell, because of course you tell little kids not to tell, not to say, and they generally don't. I do think it's all a facade. I think they're part of the whole WEF, because you look at who they hang out with, who their friends are. It's all the WEF crowd. And I think there is something afoot there. I really do. So what I'm going to do is, let's just quickly ask. No, I think I've answered a lot of the royal questions. If this is your question, can you re-ask it on another video or something. I feel really bad. I didn't see the read more. And when I went to click it, I've already deleted the comments because I closed the comments so nobody would add to them while I was reading. And I forgot to expand yours. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a good one. But I agree with you on the points that you did make. All right. Did the queue, something is telling me not to leave this question. Okay, let's see what I don't know what your question exactly is. Let's see, what do the cards want to tell us about those children? Are they, let's just ask the cards. Maybe there's a reason why I didn't expand your question. I'm forgetting your question. Maybe the cards want to tell us something about those children that we aren't getting the question correct about. What do you want to tell us about the children, Archie and Lilibet? What do you want to tell us? Are they adopted? Are they just so that they can be in the line of succession? So you're planting future globalists? Is this all a globalist plot to get rid of the monarchy, to make the monarchy? What is it? What is it, cards? What was the question? What was the question? What was the question? What was the question? Let's see if the cards. Shall we begin? Nine of Cups. So somebody's wish. Knight of Cups. Oh, look at that. I just noticed that. 2 children are offered. I just noticed that. 9 of Swords. Anxiety. 6 of Swords. Look at that. Travel. Look at bringing a child over. I did the one reading. Archie's from South Africa. He is. He's from South Africa. They got Archie when they went to visit Desmond Tutu because he runs that orphanage down there. Ace of Swords in reverse. Death. 10 of Cups. So yes, I think the cards are telling us that these 2 children were offered. I'm not getting any pregnancy cards here, which would be the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. Even the Ace of Pentacles is the seed being planted. I'm getting, look at children traveling. Here's the anxiety. I'm not getting that those children were born of her. With the Ace of Swords here and Death, that there's some kind of transformation to make it look like a happy family. 10 of Pentacles, yes, those children are in the line of succession. Yes, they are going to be part of their legacy. They look at 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Both family cards are here. So there was something here about placing those children in the line of succession, make it look like it's a happy family. But it's also something to do with the King, because the King is a Scorpio, and this is a Scorpio card. And this is also the Pluto card, which is here to change something. Definitely here to change something, to cut something out. So if that's what you were asking, are they there? Are they being placed there to disrupt? The answer is 100% yes. All right, so apologize for that, but that was a good question. But did the Q movement involve Donald J. Trump? DJT. Did the Q movement involve him? Now, for those of you who don't know, the Q movement, I've done readings on it, and I know something about the Q movement that I don't tell a lot of people. It's FBI. And don't ask me how I know, but I know. And it started in October 2017. And it's an FBI PSYOP. But did Donald J. Trump, did he participate in it? And did it include him? Right? FBI things and CIA things can include leaders of countries. Let's see, what did Donald know about the Q thing? Or is it just a coincidence that he does a lot of Q stuff? Strength in reverse. 6 of Wands. Ace of Wands. Now, there was something about Q who was trying to promote Donald Trump, but we got an Ace of Wands in reverse. No. 5 of Cups. No. Page of Wands. No. The Lovers, the Gemini. There he is, the Gemini. Upright. The Devil in reverse. Okay, he knew about it. He knew about it, but there was nothing he could do about it. So he knew about it. He wasn't happy about it. He wasn't part of it, but he knew about it. We only have 1, 2, 3 upright. So no, he was not. That's a soft no, but I think he knew about it, and there was nothing he could really do about it. And it wasn't his choice to be a part of it, and actually he would prefer that he wasn't part of it. Judgment, upright, second chances. Yeah, he knew about it. He wasn't happy about it, and he didn't want to be a part of it. And I think, with this second chances now that he's back in the office, I think he's really separating himself from it. He's choosing this second chance he's got, that he doesn't want to be part of it. All right. Great question, though. I like Q questions. It gives us a chance to clear the air on a lot of things. Are there celebrities who have passed away really in witness protection program? Wow. Are there some celebrities that have passed away but are really in witness protection programs? That's fascinating, especially with all the witness stuff that are going on, like with P. Diddy and Epstein. And, did they actually pass away, or are they living on an island in the South Pacific where nobody knows them? They've grown a beard and they wear a baseball cap and change their weight, and you would never recognize them. All right, cards are ready. Oh, look how secret they are. We're not even allowed to know. Wow. We're not allowed to know. So what does that tell you? Yes. Yes, there are. But it's so secret, we aren't even allowed to know. Right? Because if the answer was no, if it was a natural no, don't be silly, the cards would come out and no, there's really nothing like that. They're actually dead and gone. But when it says no, you're not allowed to know, to me, that's a solid yes. But perhaps we're not allowed to know which ones, because we don't want to jeopardize their situation. Interesting. Okay, so this one here, another Trump question. Has Pelosi ever had a very close relationship with Trump back in the 60s? Yeah, people don't realize how old Pelosi is, that there's pictures of her with JFK back in the day with the Democrats. Like, I think it was at his inauguration, there's a picture of her in a dress next to him. And we know that Trump early in his career was a Democrat. I mean, that's on record. I don't have to say allegedly. That doesn't mean people can't change, right? And let's see, did they know were they close? And then you have to think, in the 60s, Donald Trump would have only been a young man, a very young man, very early starting out in his career. Like, I think Nancy's at least 10 years, if not the world in reverse. Nancy's at least 10, if not more, years older than him. Let's see. Cards are ready. You're kidding me. Come on. You saw how many times I shuffled them. We aren't allowed to know. Or there's no information. Perhaps he was too young. Like you think in the 60s he was, oh geez, he would have only been like early 20s, very early 20s. Like was he even a player? Like would have Nancy even cared who he was? So I'm not going to say this is a no. I'm going to say that there's no information or there's no evidence. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? That would happen twice in a row. Okay, this is a good one too. Now these two are kind of related, so I might push them together. Is Ghislaine Maxwell really in prison at the Florida Correctional Institution, Tallahassee Honor Dorm? Or has she been given new identity, plastic surgery, and released as a free woman with the understanding that she will never reveal what she knows about the misdeeds of the rich and powerful clients? That's a really good one. A lot of you like that one. And then her next question was, did Jeffrey Epstein use his Zorro Ranch in New Mexico as a baby farm? Were females of childbearing age kept there and used as breeders for offspring that could be sold, experimented, or exploded in nefarious ways? That I think would have to do with my reading on Gene Hackman. I was going to say Hartman. I said it was something to do with the proximity of his house to the Jeffrey Epstein house, and it was something to do with that. I'm going to do an auto writing on Gene Hackman soon. Let's see what we can get out of him. But anyways, is Ghislaine Maxwell, is she really in prison, or is she a free woman with a new identity? Is she in prison? So prison, we're gonna look for Eight of Swords. We're gonna look for the Devil in reverse. Let's see what else. Even Four of Swords would be in prison as well. So let's see if any of those cards show up that she's still in prison. Eight of Cups in reverse would be prison. Cards are ready. Oh, I said Four of Swords. There she is. Four of Cups. Regrets. There's the offer that she maybe didn't take. Ace of Wands in reverse. So that's a no. Five of Swords. Win, lose. 10 of Swords. No, she's in prison. She's absolutely in prison. Five of Cups in reverse. She's looking at a way to get out. Nine of Swords. Look at all the swords. My Lord. She's looking for a way to get out, but she's definitely in prison right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's in prison right now. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 upright. What's the underlying here? 10 of Pentacles. I think right now she's working at a way to buy her way out of this. I think she is. She's looking forward to the future. She's starting to have less anxiety about the future. But she's ruined. Absolutely ruined. Now, also, the King of Swords here would be the plastic surgeon. We didn't get that either. Or the Queen of Swords would be like the contract with, we're letting you out, but you have to, you can't blab. Also, the King of Swords would be the judge who lets her out, right? Or the politician that lets her out. And that didn't show up at all. No, she's absolutely in prison. Is she trying to make some kind of deal or offer some money? There's big money on the table. And she's starting to feel a little bit better about the future. So there could be something in the works. You might be sniffing around the right way here, but no, she's absolutely in prison. Okay, so now let's ask about the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. Now I'm not going to really talk about what they were doing. Let's just say Jeffrey Epstein and things that he was that house used for babies? Was that house used, the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico, was that used as a baby farm? Let's put it that way. Baby factory, baby farm. Cards are ready. Oh. We're really not supposed to know. No answer. No. And you know, I'm wondering if that's just too deep of a question the cards don't want to answer. Sometimes that could be it too. We're getting a lot of this blank card. I'm going to ask the cards, are you done for the day? Are you done for the day? We're almost coming up to another hour and a half. I still have more questions. I think there's going to be a part 3. I'll probably get to that next weekend. I'm super busy this week. The magazine is coming out. I've got other things. I've got to teach a class on auto writing. I'll probably do part 3 next weekend. So I might put watch for a community note to add your question. Maybe we'll do 2 parts again next weekend. Are the cards, let's see, cards, talk to me. Talk to me, what's going on? What's going on, cards? What's going on? The Star, Hope and Healing, Knight of Swords in reverse, 9 of Cups upright, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse, the Sun in reverse. Okay, so they have been telling us, the cards are saying, no, I'm telling you the truth, right? We got the Star, Hope and Heal, and and I think this Knight of Swords in reverse, they don't like some of the questions. But they have been telling us the truth. We got two aces here, the big, especially the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Words, Ace of Pentacles, planting the truth. The 9 of Cups, they're kind of enjoying this as well. But I think there's some things they don't want to talk about. Page of Cups here in reverse. The bad news, I think things about the babies or things about children. Look at that, the clock agrees with me. Also the Sun is things to do with birthing and dark. When it's in reverse like this, it's dark things. Because think when the Sun's in reverse, it's night. And so I don't think the cards want to talk about dark things. I think that's what it is. It doesn't look like to me like they're tired. That would be like the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, even the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that kind of thing. They'd be like, yeah, you know what, we're done. They're like, no, we're good. There's just some things we don't want to talk about. We don't want to bring that energy into our cards. And I think it's the dark things, and especially about babies here. Because that blank card was the first one in reverse, meaning to me, the cards were saying, shut up. Not, we don't want to talk about this, or you're not supposed to know, politely. That was a shut up. And that was too dark for them. All right. Okay, thank you, cards. Let's ask one more. Now this is kind of, I'm going to paraphrase this one. This is about Barack Obama, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So, is Barack Obama the person who he says he is? Or is he Barry Soretto? There's all kinds of things that are on about Barack Obama, that's not his name, that he changed his name, or even Barry Soretto's not his name. What can you tell us, cards, about what about the man that we know that was President Barack Obama? What can you tell us about? What can you tell us about? Was that a false persona? Was that his true persona? Was he born in the United States? What can you tell us about Barack Obama, about President Barack Obama, the man who presented as President Barack Obama? What can you tell us about him? What can you tell us about him? What can you tell us? 10 of Pentacles. Well, he's got long legacy, long family ties. 4 of Swords. What's the sick bed? That's quiet. That's 2 of Wands. I think he had 2 names. I think he definitely had 2 names, 2 worldly names. He had 2 names. The Sun. Yeah, I think who he said he was is not the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's his wife, Michelle. He's a Leo. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And what's the last one here? 10 of Cups in reverse. Well, he's in the middle of a divorce. I'm telling you that right now. He's in the middle of a divorce. You know what? I was one of the first ones who read that they were in a divorce. And I asked the cards, I can't remember what reading it was, about, something about, was Michelle going to run for office or something like that? I just really had a strong feeling that she was going to run instead of Vice President Harris. And I think it was back then it started showing that they were separating and things weren't good. And then I read another thing about them, and it definitely showed they were divorcing. And that was like early fall, early autumn. They're definitely going through a divorce right now, 100%, or a separation, and separating the monies and everything. But it's all very hush hush. But yeah, he had 2 names. He has definitely 2 names, 2 out in the world. I don't think his birth is where they said it is, because the Sun is like the birth card, the beginning card. When you come down from the Sun is soul, so your soul coming down from the Sun. And it's in reverse, so there might be something about his birth, might even be something about his birth mother that is not really cool. So there could be something about his birth mother. Yeah, he could be born somewhere else in the world. He definitely has 2 names. I think they're going to be quiet. He's going quiet for a while. There's his legacy. It's going to be, he'll pass on a big chunk of wealthy legacy money. What's underlying here? 6 of Wands. They're definitely going to make him look like a winner in something. Or this just could be him, like, he beat the odds about people finding out exactly where he was born, what his exact birth name was. There's something quiet about his family legacy, though, and something quiet around his birth. Whether he has 2 birth certificates, whether he has 2 names, but it's very quiet, and it's kept hush, 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 hush. And it's about his family legacy. Maybe he doesn't have, maybe his dad wasn't Kenyan or some such thing. But he was very successful in tricking everybody, and he will continue to be very successful in keeping his real identity quiet. But yeah, they're going through a divorce right now. Like they're divvying all their stuff up quietly in the background. That family's done. It's over. Michelle is done. Now, that's another great question. Is Michelle a man or a woman? Let's just do that one and then we'll wrap this up. All right. Let's see. Let's just be blunt about. Let's ask the cards. Yes or no. Is Michelle Obama a man? Is Michelle Obama a man? Is the person that we know as Michelle Obama? That's a great conspiracy question, right? Is Michelle Obama a man? Is Michelle Obama a man? Is Michelle Obama a man? Is Michelle Obama, the person that represents as Michelle Obama, are they a man? Are they male? Are they male? Are they male? Two of Cups, a Page of Pentacles, the Tower, Queen of Wands, the Empress, Three of Swords, King of Cups in reverse, 100%. 100%. Absolutely. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Those children aren't his. He doesn't have any children to have a legacy with. I'm going to show that this Page of Pentacles, this is Michelle Obama as a young man. This doesn't say anything about what their sexuality is or that they don't love each other or they didn't have a loving relationship. I'm not saying that at all, but it is going to come out. This Tower card here is definitely going to come out. This Queen of Wands, this is the Leo. This is actually Barack. This is actually Barack Obama. The Empress, pregnant with possibilities, but the betrayal here, and the King of Cups in reverse. I'm almost going to say that I want to say that this is the doctor that changed the hormones. King of Cups is like a heart or an internist. And that's, you know, what you need for your hormones and whatnot. But we've been betrayed to think that was the first lady. There's the betrayal right there. King of Cups in reverse. That's why I was kind of hesitating. I'm wondering if that would be Biden blurting out. He's the King of Cups. That's why I was kind of hesitating. I'm wondering if, you know, if he does have dementia and just one day he blurts out that, you know, Michelle Obama's a man and he's on a hot mic or something like that. I'm wondering if something like that. That's what this King of Cups is kind of trying to tell me. But we've been betrayed that that's a woman. The Empress, that she was pregnant. There's the Three of Swords, betrayal. Also could be betrayal by a doctor, or it could be Biden, you know, on a deathbed confession kind of thing. Because this is a King of Cups that's kind of lost their way. They're not as cray-cray as the Queen of Cups in reverse, but they're kind of, they could, like a drinker, and so they say something when they've been drinking, that kind of thing. So I'm wondering if like a doctor or Biden blurts it out. But yeah, here's Barack as the Queen of Wands, the Leo, and the Tower. It'll eventually come out. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here he is as a young man, as a young Pentacles. He was a young man when this Tower moment came and he became the Queen. I think Barack had a lot to do with it. I think it was kind of love at first sight, and he was willing to do anything for Barack. Like I said, I'm not denying that they love each other or whatever, to each their own. Just, I think the truth, there's going to be some kind of betrayal for the truth to come out. But it's a very strong yes. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse tells me that in the divorce is actually going to devastate the family a lot. Five of Swords. I think she's being bullied in some regards with the truth. I don't think she's being the one who's bullying, because that Five of Swords would have been upright. I think in some respects, because you have to remember, she also has a reputation. She's written books, and apparently she's the mother of those children, and so she has a lot on the line as well. A lot of embarrassment to live with for the rest of her life if the truth does come out. It'll be a man who betrays her, either a doctor or the King of Cups is generally somebody close to you. All right, well, there we go. Part 2. Like I said, I still have lots of questions. We'll do part 3. I'll try and get it done next weekend, and I'll put a note up on the community if you want to add a couple of questions to that. Who knows? Maybe we've got enough questions to do this every weekend. Good grief. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching and spending this time with me. And I sure appreciate you. YouTube's probably going to show you a video that you haven't seen. And if you haven't had enough of me by now, why don't you click on that and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.